Welcome back, everybody. So we are near the end of our Dark Souls 3 journey. Now, obviously, you're going to see that I've changed my armour up a bit. I decided that I would have a look at what exactly we could fit on to see what we'll be able to do. So as you can see, this fits rather nicely into our equip load, 69.6% equip load, and it's offering us much better defence. If you see when I switch that over, we've got positive defence even with the Mage Clips ring on, which is pretty nice. So that's going to help to keep us a little bit more defended, just meaning that we're a little bit more durable as we're going through. Now, first thing we need to do is go and recover an item that I actually forgotten about. So we are going to travel to the Archdragon Peak bonfire. It's not far, and it's only one thing. And grab that. So, what we are actually going to be getting is called the Ring of Steel Protection, which raises your physical defence. So if you're not bothered about this ring, feel free to skip ahead, but we are going to be recovering it now. So heading into the Ancient Wyvern's boss room, heading straight through. Turning right, down to the bottom. And then at the end of here is our ring. Obviously, if this is your first playthrough, you probably are going to want to get this, because there is an achievement for getting all of the rings. This is one of which, so be aware of that. Okay, with that done, we're just going to bone back to the bonfire, and I will cut back to where we started the video. Okay, so we're back at Archdragon Peak, and we are going to be clearing out this area this way. Now, the enemy that you can see directly ahead of us, that is where we came, where you can get through to get into the Wyvern's old boss room. So just come in, first thing you want to do is turn right up the stairs. Just keep on hanging a right till you get all the way around here. So first order of business is dealing with this guy. Let's get this up. So we're going to try and deal really massive damage to this NPC dude just here. Now, there's no reason for us to tangle with him in close combat. He is pretty lethal with his lightning attacks, so do be careful. We are going to get his sword, which is pretty nice for faith builds. Should drop it now. Nope, probably not. Okay, but you can farm his sword, it's fine. I may have to try doing that later. So once you've done that, you're going to want to come back on down here and do the old Path of the Dragon gesture. For the Calamity Ring. Now, unless you enjoy taking more damage, I wouldn't advise wearing it. Calamity Ring is a challenge ring for those that wish to take more damage. Cool, so out this way we're going to turn right. There is a little boulder monster on the right hand side, so do be careful. It kind of reminds me of like a miniature version of the Goros or whatever they're called from Zelda, so just be careful. Their job is to try and push you off of ledges, so just be aware of that. Grabbing the item from the front of the building, and then there should just be one more kind of balcony for us to clear. Let's just have a quick check around. I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, definitely that one. So we've got two of the kind of thief style there's a man out there. Just teach him what the S-dot does, it's fine. Cool. So path of progression is over this way. Now that there is actually going to be where we end up after defeating the series boss, so it's pretty cool. As always, trap on the left. I'm going to get this crystal homing so much back on. I laugh at your ambush. Damn you, shield guys. Take you down. Ouch. I don't need to tell you. Come here. So if you're ever struggling with any fight as a caster, always remember that you can back off and teach them why they shouldn't be messing with you. And shoot down. So beware that kind of this route isn't all too long. We are going to have to do some kind of running through soon though. There you go. That stock is so effective. Oh yeah. Cool. Big deal. Okay, calm down. We got this. Come on. Oh, wasn't what you was meant to do. Lock on. There we go. Ooh, little one down. Oh, it dropped an item. I'm gonna go back and get it. Okay, let's go. So, as you can see, these guys do deal pretty outrageous damage, but you just gotta kind of keep calm, handle the situation, just keep on moving forward. It's fine. Oh yeah, so this place kind of screams trap at you, but it's not really that much of a trap. Oh, there is an item over this way though, nearly forgot. Nearly had to do another run back. This is where we've got the ambush over this way, so do be careful. What you're going to want to do is drop off over here. Oh no, he's moved already. There is usually a guy right here. You're going to want to do a drop attack on him. And we're going to head on up. Now it's worth noting that the lizard dragon people things can't climb up this, so you can use this as a vantage point to kind of get round. There's the lightning stone plate ring. We're probably going to put that on instead of the young dragon ring when we face the final boss, because that will help to keep us alive for longer. And then down we go. Another heal. We've got a crystal lizard. I'm not really all that bothered, but you know, we'll get him anyway. Twinkling Titanite, don't really need it. I don't think that's a mimic. I don't think it is. Titanite scale. So we got all of the upgrade materials around here. Okay, so next up, in a second. So beware that these guys can also breathe fire. There we go. Right on cue. Full stamina bar, full stamina bar, here we go. Cool, so in a second we are going to have a Wyvern that comes and starts trying to land on us. Now it's not that hard to kill, but it's also not necessary to kill it either. It will take some time, unfortunately. Now when he flies up you want to roll away because he's going to try and fire blast the floor. And you kind of just want to roll in, stay away from his strikes if you can, and just do some damage on him. Now if you've got a bow, you can also just snipe him from inside of here, get a perfect shot. Boss has to stay on the ground. Great. Now if you do actually just kind of fall in here, there's not really much you can do about it, but hopefully this will go straight through there. There we go. So as you can see, simple as pie. If you melee, you kind of just want to go and attack his feet or his neck. If not, you just want to come in here and yeah. I'll skip forward to his death for you guys. Cool. So although he's optional, as you can see, killing him nets you a considerable amount of materials to upgrade your weapons and a pretty decent amount of souls. Now in the next area, the plan is essentially to run straight through it and rest at the next bonfire. Whilst destroying all these rolling bodies. Wow. Okay, so we're going to hang left, through here. Like I said, we're just going to run straight through. We ain't bothered about messing with them, not just yet. You want to get in here as quick as you can, you don't want any of those summons catching you up so that you can't rest. And that is the last bonfire reached. So there's a couple of items that we can go and grab in there. That there is the boss fight room. You just got to pull a lever on there in a second. And we've got a couple of bits to grab out this way. But first, we're going to lighten the load of souls a little bit.
Well, speak. Very then.
So, kind of at the point where there's not really that many great places to put my... Well, there are great places to put my stats, but not that many places that I'm too bothered about. We are going to get Vigor up to 27, which should give us around 1,000 health on the dot, hopefully. And that will be nice, so we're going to level that up next. Add ourselves some lovely survivability.
Farewell, Ashen.
Now, speaking about leveling, for those that are watching and have any questions, I am going to do a full-on video once I get this character up to level 120. Now, I am going to try to farm and do that before the end of the game. Which is going to mean that there's going to be a bit of time when we're playing without people watching, and then you're just going to kind of see me in a boosted state before the last boss. Now, you don't need to do that to finish this game. Like, I'm not having any trouble, but it's just so that I can do the build video properly, and so I can kind of show how to set up a character kind of with the meta game and stuff in mind. But as you can see, we're on 27 vigor. Endurance can go up to 30. That's probably going to be one of the next ones we level. Vitality can definitely do with being a little bit higher, so it can wear a little bit better armor maybe, but we'll see. Strength and dexterity are practically useless to us. I mean, dexterity is good if you want to invest loads of points in it, but we're using the Sage Ring, which is fine. There's no point in putting anything into intelligence. I tested it up to 70, you gain 4 damage, which is nothing. So, at this point, there's not that much for us to gain by leveling. Now, obviously, depending on how high you're going to level, if you do kind of get your faith up to 60, your dexterity up to 60 and strength up to 60, you're going to want to try and get weapons with as many scalings on as you can, which will obviously give you incredible damage. You'll be walking around like a god, but you know, that's for those that want to get to those high levels. So that said, souls are all gone. We are going to head back. Great Elfrey. there are essentially 3 fairly short little runs that we want to do from this bonfire. I'll try to do one, homeward bone back, do another one, homeward bone back, do another one. First thing that you want to do is go over this way. Now, depending on who this person summons, depends on whether or not you want to actually fight. So she's going to summon an NPC, that's the first thing she's going to do, so just keep an eye out down there. And you want it to be the non-armoured dude, which is who it is. So now we're going to kill her. We're going to run to a position where we can fight him in as much of an unfair manner as possible, because he is extremely brutal. So just absolutely wreck him. And that gets us Ricard's rapier. Now, if you get into close combat with him and he starts putting your his weapon art on you, in fact, you know what? Let me just show it. It is pretty nasty. Oh, wait. Oop. No. There we go. This is what it's going to do to you. It's going to hit you about 8 times, and most people, unless you've got pretty good armor on to defend against it, it is just going to kill you. So do be aware of that. But that's why we killed him for it. So now we've got Ricard's rapier. That's what we wanted from in here. The next little thing that we need to go and do is defeat Havel. Now he is an absolute beast. Anybody that's ever heard that name knows exactly what I'm talking about. This guy is like a wall. So to deal with Havel, we are going to run down here. Run straight across this way. We're going to deal with Mr. Lizard Thief Dude in here. Now bear in mind, we are going to take a couple of fireballs going up a ladder in a second, but it's not worth killing the Pyromancer dude for the trouble that it causes. So we'll let this first one miss, and we're going to go straight up the ladder, as quick as we can. Like I say, we are going to take a couple of hits, unfortunately, but it's a necessary evil. Okay. So from here, do whatever you got to do, but buff up as much as you can. We're going to have him and Crystal Soulmass straight on, and I'm going to feel really happy that I've got the S stock with its range and speed, because this dude just laughs at anything you throw at him. So I'm going to be quiet because I need to concentrate on this fight. Cool. So that was much easier than planned. Now, if he gets a clean hit on you with that weapon, you are dead. Unless you've got, like, incredible defences on and stuff, he will just outright kill you. He is an absolute monster. So next, over this way, we've got a bit of a hidden item. We're going to go and get Great Magic Barrier. Now, this spell buffs your shield, so that it will absorb more damage, and more importantly, will absorb magic damage. Now, we're going to take damage dropping down here, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to home and bone back to the original bonfire. Cool, so that's 2 out of 3 done. The next bit is probably the hardest bit, and involves us really needing to kill enemies really quickly. Oh my god. NPC summon. I did not know he was there. that changes things. That's cool. That is really cool. Cool, so as I was saying, this is kind of becomes a bit of a race to get stuff killed because you're going to have quite a few of the big lizards coming out of that door just there. There's still another 2 that are going to come down together, so we want to try and get that guy dead before they get down here. Crystal Soul Spear for the win! This caster is slowly turning into an absolute beast. There's been so many people complaining about how we can't cause any damage, but guess what? Actually we can! Killed, you're next. There's still going to be a couple more left. I did not realise that this Crystal Soul Spear nearly one-shot me. Well then you can have one of them as well. Here you go. Alright, pussy. And now we are demonstrating just what you can actually accomplish when kitted out as a mage. I can hear something somewhere, something hiding. We've got you though. Oh. Down. We've got a nightmare on the left, I think. Yep. Do 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 do. Any more for any more? Nope. So it's up here. Last time that we need to use the Path of the Dragon gesture to get another item. There we go. So with that done, back over to the bonfire. In fact, I can home a bone there. Cool. So, I did actually plan on soloing the Old Nameless King, but it turns out we can actually take a friend in. So, I don't know how that's going to go. I imagine that's going to make this boss fight even easier than I found it the first couple of times I kind of went in. So, yeah. But that's the end of it. That is all of the items from Archdragon Peak, other than the stuff that's going to be in the boss room, which we'll be getting in the next episode. So with that, I will see you then.